Everybody's against the so-called black man.
Being oppressed, cursed for breaking the Deuteronomy codes. Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. Read that. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Read that.
Everybody's against the black man, but everybody wanna be us, man. Cream of the planet. Asiatic.
Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Shaklack, shaklack, shaklack. Guns are blazing. Bodies are laying every day on ghetto pavements. Girls molested by wicked men that their mothers trust to raise them. My first thought is to grab that thing and erase these abased men. But I realize I can't just kill lives that are products of European enslavement. Now many minds are like Frankenstein that are Willie Lynch related. See, some of us has never escaped it. We gotta do what it takes to break it. You say I hate them because they are rapists. Well, I hate the results of our ancestors being locked to mate in cages. I'm preparing for our engagement, this war against the children of Satan, patiently awaiting on Christ's return for this war of Armageddon. As stated in the 19th chapter of Revelations, our morals are merely disintegrate. We now walk the earth lost in space. My talk and thoughts won't make things safe because the truth often agitate. My destiny within the breath in me is to erase black self-hate. Don't call me a racist because I pinpoint hate and because I love to embrace my race. I belong to a nation that seems to have fallen within the abyss of degeneration since being made slaves in former days by out of the cave Caucasians. Now my people really believe that a fake white Christ is coming back to save them. I see false prophets soul searching in New York subway station. Christ be black like me, so can you actually please tell me why you're all hating? If you research, you will see that this is factual information. Because the truth I speak, you say, tell the docs are racist, I hate them. Damn, you black and Latino people are so amazing. Looks like only Yeshua can come back to save some. Get your mind right, kings. Get your mind right, man. Face this war, get ready for this war. Armageddon, there's a war on blacks, man. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. I'm far from perfect, but striving to be Christ-like. So perhaps I can make a difference within our thugs' life. Leaders, preachers, and teachers give them false perception that mentally maim. They're drowning in the pool of deception and corruption in these last days. They have no map, plan, and hopelessly cased to ever escape this ghetto maze. Slow down, little homie, pump your brakes. Because too many black men are rushing to early graves. Too many still live in mental caves. Others slip through the cracks, then forget about their race. But I have a master plan straight from the Creator that will lift up the entire nation like an elevator. We're just pawns in the games, the real players hate us. They love white knights, white queens, that's cool. Like a chess game, my people, they study our every move. Use your freedom of speech to teach, they might move on you. If you attempt to spark dark minds with your Jews, I'm not trying to make your thoughts mine, cause that's not cool. But you can't lose with the stuff that I use. I give birth to thoughts that break the curse. In 9 months, these dead minds I unearth. Born again, I teach them to love each other first. This promotes both mental and spiritual elevation. We need to stand up now to unite as a nation. Demand reparations for all the days that they enslaved us. They say you people just need to learn to exercise patience. It's been over 100 years and we're still waiting. He sighs and looks
are in disbelief. The commander-in-chief has no love for we. He's supposed to rule the earth justly, but I see death around the corner and hell up in the Harlem B. Don't go to Ethiopia, can't you see? We got starving children right here on our city streets. This country really don't have no love for us. Is it possible to love whom you cannot trust? Things have to change, it is a must. After what was done to us, we've been beaten and shot for reaching for ID. Pay the police salaries to brutalize and murder me. Every city in America seems to be that the beast mentality is a monopoly.
Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone.
All right, shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. Once again, welcome to another episode of the True Disciples of Christ Bible Study. You have on the call the General Yashibim, good brother Fernando, and Kahan Tazadak. Of course, it was sent out to others, but to each man his own. So tonight, I wanted to raise a question in this particular Bible study. Who's really wearing the pants in your household? What is your woman's position in your relationship? Who's wearing the pants? There's a lot of guys that come on the call, say certain things. They pretend to be in charge of their relationships, of their homes. But when you develop into the relationship, he won't say a certain thing. He won't express his viewpoints. Because lots of time, Eve is a primary breadwinner. And if Eve pays the bills, according to Esau's system, she believes she gets to tell the man what to do. So Eve see herself as a regular old Camille Harris. And so the man's self-esteem is lowered, especially if Eve has a college education and he's only been to trade school. Now, oftentimes his trade school will bring him more than what she's earning, but he still feels underdeveloped because her and her friends look down upon him because he works with his hands. She doesn't realize that she works with her body, going to work, shaking her ass around other men, usually end up with a work husband massaging her at work. And if one devil gets out to him, he says something to her and she says, "You're too jealous. Shut up. Get out of my face. You're too jealous." And he goes in the corner or he argues with her instead of checking her and ending it right there like a real man would. Scriptures say a woman is a man's property. If she's not a true woman of the Most High, she won't believe that. And you're going to have hell and high waters, which most of you guys have. Now, in that particular situation, you could either replace her with someone that's willing to submit, or you could just bitch out and take ultimatums from her. So, my question to each and every one of you tonight is, who really wears the pants in your household? The next question, if a woman earns more than the man, should she be running that relationship? Should she run that relationship? Should they give her the right to dictate to the man? So we'll start with the General Yashipin and allow him to entertain those questions, and we'll pass it on. And then we'll even ask the audience, and we're asking for your participation in this call. Some of you don't have a mate, you're lonely. We know who's running your household, the porn industry. So your 2 cents is not really necessary here. I noticed Benaya avoided the call. He didn't want to be on the hot seat. Qatar, I haven't seen the brother. I don't know what's going on with the brother, but I understand he's working. We all work, but I guess he's projecting a pretty strong message. Unless he's working very, very late. It is what it is, man. The truth must go forth. Say to all of you, man, whatever you do, don't fall out of this truth. It could be detrimental. I see Eric White's on the call. Eric White, I called you several times. I know your bitch ass seen my calls, but you still coming on the call, man. You really on? Well, let me tone that down on here. But yeah, you seem confused, sir. You're on the call, but yeah.
Good catch.
So I mean, he definitely need this call because I contend, based on my analogy, that this is out of the question who runs his household. You know, some men say that I'm wrong, inaccurate, but truth is more strange than fiction. So we turn it over to the bean.
Khan, I agree. Truth is stranger than fiction. Shalom. So to address the first question, who runs the household? I'll have to say with me, it is I. You know, doing under the guides and authority that Most High has bestowed every man who chooses to be a man and show forth to be a man, and also which doesn't go without Christ. So I'm just going to throw that out there. And I believe that first question was who wears the pants and who runs the household. So yeah, that would definitely be myself and Mashiach, for all intents and purposes. The second question was if the woman makes more than the man, should she be in charge of that relationship? Or should she wear the pants? Something to that effect. I utterly disagree with much disgust, because I mean we see the results of that dynamic. You know, see it in Eric White, see it in other brothers who allow things to go on in relationships with, it gives women more confidence to do greater and greater offenses. Sometimes it's directly, sometimes it's passive aggressive and indirect. So even if the woman is making more, it should be under. She still needs a head, and just because she makes more doesn't make the man any less. Now, the way modern society projects men in TV shows, movies, they got them, you know, looking like dodo birds and bird brains and folks that are incapable
So okay, well,
of.
look who's here. Benny decided to join us. Benny's here now. Go ahead, continue, brother.
Welcome, shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, so for women who earn more than the man, like I was saying, they in society and TV shows, movies, they put and show forth the man act to and present him as if he is incompetent and he can't do anything without the woman. I don't know. I mean,
Mad
I
too
don't know.
saucy? Mad too saucy? Can someone say mad too saucy? Continue on. I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's definitely not the case. A woman who stays with a man is attracted to him for a reason, and for the man to allow the woman to run a relationship, she's going to eventually be uninterested in that man. So I'm totally and utterly against that dynamic. And let me also put out there, I used to be that guy, like the nice guy, the guy that would give in to, you know, the woman's, you know, pleads and the tears and all that on things that are clearly logically incorrect. And there's not one time for me that I've went along in those times, you know, years ago, that it ended up being worse for the family. So not only from experience, but also from, you know, the teachings in which we come on here, you know, the Kahan putting out, you know, the books and these lessons on the law. I am utterly against it. Utterly against. I don't care how much more the woman makes. She should never be running the relationship at all whatsoever. Believe.
What do you think about that, Dana? What do you think about that, Eliana? We got a couple women on the call. I'm not going to ask Alicia. I told her before she was a little too masculine.
Talking about T-Doc, Alicia?
Is she still part of T-Doc?
Ooh, forgive me. I could. I
High Holy Day, huh?
Ooh, that's a good question. But yeah, we're thinking about the same body.
T-Doc needs to come up with a T-drop and then just sort it over like I told you guys.
Come.
What we waiting for?
Hey, I'm waiting for you, man. Kahan tells the doc can't bring everyone in. I just brought my brother Flores in from New Jerusalem.
Cool.
I mean, people really got to go out and recruit people. They can't just say it. Oh yeah, man, we'll wait until ties, because I don't really be having time to try and recruit people, huh? Man, we're gonna have to put what I need to do, man. Put a damn bow tie on you and give you some bean pies, or give you some bikes, man, and get you to go out like the Latter-day Saints, man. You know, you're gonna have to choose which one you want to do. You're gonna have to do one of them, but you get the heck out of here. Y'all need to go and get and bring us some sheep, man.
I think the bean pies might work. Might be a good idea, man.
Well, ain't no matter about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Harlem with your boy,
Joe Muhammad, brother Joe Muhammad.
Come on. Yeah, I hit him up. Told him I'm gonna do a pickup this week.
Yeah, I need to get him to mail me something, huh?
I got you. Just let me know how much you want.
Yeah. I think, he's starting to lose his memory. Sometimes he don't remember. I always have to remind him who I am. When I, you know what I mean? Because he probably in his 70s now.
Yeah, but he talk real strong still though.
Yeah. Yeah, he still be playing chess and all that.
Yeah, I peep. That's how he keep his mind young.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Khan, shalom. Could I be heard?
Come on, Shalom.
Khan, shalom.
Nice to see all the brothers in the call. Got a lot of people attending today. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. But uh, but yeah, on the topic today, it's saying who wears the pants in the relationship. Um, that's pretty funny because that saying is pretty much a saying that's fairly new. Um, Nowadays, women are known for taking the check, taking the husband's check, and taking care of the funds, and of course the husband is known for pretty much just sitting back and watching TV and drinking or whatever it might be. That's kind of like what the man nowadays is being painted as. Um, I personally, um, I'm working to become the man of the house. So I can't say too much on that topic. But if I were to ever be with a woman that makes more than me, um, it would be the exact opposite. Um, if she's making money, she should be giving me her check, and me as a man, I should be able to pretty much guide the finances and guide with whatever plans we got going on. That's how I would, run my household, my family. But that's why I'm here to pretty much, get myself right and to live a better life than what most people are living. Just this picture that's painted as a man nowadays is definitely not what I would want to be, and it's just sad to see, guys that say happy wife, happy life, that are, smiling, but deep down seem pretty miserable. And it's crazy because the person who wears the house is, the man of the house, right? The man wears the pants. But nowadays they got women wearing pants, which is literally backwards. And this is gonna be a good call. So, we could pretty much bring out the truth and flip the script that they got going on nowadays. But yeah, that's my 2 cents in on the topic.
Come on. Yeah, I concur with you, both of you brothers. Just to expound on that, I think what you was describing, as they're portraying the man to be like a Homer Simpson, lousy and just sitting back, letting the woman run the show.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, I can tell from experience that's never worked out. Um, Thankfully, I've been blessed with a different situation now. Um, I think it really starts with as a man, setting the proper expectations from the inception of the relationship on how the show's gonna be ran. So even though my rib makes money, all her checks come to me, and thankfully, I didn't even have to even have that conversation because, again, once you set the proper expectations, it just kind of falls into line. If her spirit's in the right place. But we already know that they do everything backwards in this in the society, and for people in this generation to hear what we're saying probably sounds ludicrous to them, but in reality, you know they have no problem giving Uncle Sam their taxes, right? um, or giving an employer their time, which is just as valuable as money. right? But if I were to say, for my woman to give me, her checks, that's ludicrous. And to me, that's insanity. It don't make no sense. There's always hypocrisy or holes in their arguments, and I think that's one of them. But with all entitlement, the head of the household should always be the man, as the Most High ordained. There's no real argument there. Just considering our composition spiritually, how men rule over themselves versus how women rule over themselves. It just makes more sense. And I think a lot of women even know that. I've heard a lot of women that make six figures, say that, they'd rather come home to a man to rule the household, because usually those women who do make six figures, are what they call boss ladies, and apparently it's too exhausting for them to continue that in the household. So you could imagine that, that woman isn't really in her natural state when she's at work. Hence why she wants to be out of that when she's back at home. For me, like me as a man, I'm a manager at work. It's really the same thing. When I come home, I'm not switching that off, right? As opposed to a woman, she'd rather switch that off. To me, it's natural, to lead, whether it's my family or, my people at work. But for a woman, it's not, and that's evident in those type of women right there. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
Con. May I be heard?
5 by 5.
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you, Kahan, for inviting me to the channel. And Shalom, Hebrew Israelite brothers. It's good to have y'all brothers here. Just vibing back on the question at hand here. And I personally couldn't deal with a woman who doesn't have her mind set on being submissive at the end of the day, especially when she's coming home and done with work and everything like that. I'd rather not deal with a woman who's really got so much of a westernized ideology that she feels like that, I really don't have a position in a home. I won't pay second class to anyone. I definitely am sent here to be the head of the household, and that's exactly what I do. Ironically, I happened to be on the channel a couple of days ago, and the young lady, let me see whose photo is it that she saw. I believe it was Jadir and Brother Banaya's. And she was like, "Who are those gentlemen?" I said, those are Hebrew Israelite brothers. And she was like, "Yeah, I like those brothers." I said, "Yeah, what do you like about them?" "I like the way you talk, and I like the way you're articulating on the channel." I said, "Those brothers would never have you, though." And the young lady asked me why. I said, "Well, I just recently asked you a question of who do you believe is the head of the household?" The young lady told me her and her man is the head of the household. I said, that's why those brothers would reject you. Because at this particular point in time, I don't believe no righteous brother wants to deal with a woman who was confused on her so-called role to play. It's just not going to cut it. And I understand, like the brothers say, those type of women making those type of money, they call themselves boss lady. But, when I was coming up, boss backwards was sorry son of a biscuit. So, at the end of the day, a woman, to me personally, like I say, she'll never run the show. She just couldn't run the show, brother. Every time, even with this so-called, election going on, here's the ideology of a woman so-called running things. I just don't think it was ever, well, I know it just was never for a woman to sit up here and take lead. Like it was never meant for a woman to sit up here and raise a household by herself. Because as you see now, these youngsters that are coming up today, the negativity seems to be the new norm. The confusion seems to be the new norm. They're assigning each other so-called tasks or jobs or roles that have no biblical foundation in them. So that's why I understand that a woman definitely isn't meant to raise a household. Not even, I used to think at one point in time a woman at least had the cognitive ability to raise order. And as I continue my journey on this here planet, I come to find out that even that's come out to be a lie. Those are our seeds as men. A woman ain't walking around with, a duffel bag under her. Well, a woman isn't walking around with a scrotum, is what I'm basically trying to tiptoe around. She's not walking around with that. So as a man, those are your seeds. Those are truly your responsibility. And you were sent here by the Most High to take that authoritative charge. I mean, even in my own household, praise the Most High, my rib does not make as much as I do, but at one point in time she did. But still, there was never this ideal in the household of, hey, since you do make more, you're going to be more in charge. Nah, I don't need that kind of thing with a woman because out even in society, a woman, even in my rib situation, at one point in time she was making more money than I, but I understand the system isn't built for her to continue that so-called longevity. And a lot of women lose a lot of good men with that false mindset of I make more, so I should treat you some kind of indifferent way. You see, women have to understand. You may have the power now over that man, but once he gets his act together, basically, if he comes to the channel and get deprogrammed, you're gonna have to pay for all that foolishness you ever talked to that man about, and that's for all men. Anytime a man is being oppressed by a woman, it's just a matter of time before he gets back on his feet. You see, and to reverse that role back on them, now they don't know where it's coming from. Now they don't know why. I know before me and my rib really got to talking and things like that, she had actually got so upset with me, brothers. The woman told me to get out of her home. You see, this was some years back. And so here it is. Praise the Most High for the good brother Kahan. I was able to take some of the courses, do a couple of seminars, pay for a couple of coachings, and I was able to purchase my own home. Now that conversation has came up, like, what was your mind that when you told me to get out, now that we're moving into my home, should I be petty and return the same favor? Should I do to you what you did to me? Now it's, hey, I apologize. I don't know what happened that day, but it's why do it? Why exercise a false sense of authority? Because what's the point of having power, brothers and sisters, if you're listening? What's the point of having power when it's only temporary? That's a false sense of power. But what the Most High gives us is being the head of the household. That was ordained before we came into self-realization. You see, of our positions anyway. So that's something the Most High gave us. That's not a temporary throne of power. And for women who believe that they have to play the so-called head of the household, it's because of their bad decision makings. It's because of their bad so-called choices that they make in men. So they're forced pretty much to play the role of the man and the woman, which a lot of them will tell you is not the easiest thing to do. And I know the norm out now for a lot of young men, they're not even dealing with women with kids because it's really one of those things where all the responsibility, but none of the authority. So you see, our women most definitely have to humble themselves because who is it, first of all, telling them that they're breadwinners or that they're making more money? It's this westernized system that's really been on our backs since its inception. All the way from the whole, you don't get the child support hookup unless that man's not in the house. All the disrespect they have for the men here in the United States is just ridiculous, especially if you come here with this melanated skin. My advice to brothers, and I'll tell you once, I'll tell you twice, play the role the Most High had given you at all times. Never settle for less, because the day you start settling for less, hear me out, you'll start asking for permission to sit up here and stand up and urinate in your own home, okay? And you don't want to ever get to that level in your life to where you're asking her for permission. There's nothing stopping a real king, a real righteous brother from having whatever he wants in this world. Play your role. Don't play second to any. Believe it or not, there's some woman out there who wants to be submissive to you, who wants to sit up here and live out her role according to the Bible. I understand we all have to work, but don't let it go to your head at the end of the day, sweetheart. Don't do that, or you'll find yourself alone. And I mean humanly alone. You may have 1,000 cats or 101 Dalmatians, but still, dear, you kind of missed out. And that's really a woman's purpose here, is to have a mate. She's supposed to want to help the so-called man, but I overstand with this type of rhetoric with the so-called nominee and bringing Megan Thee Stallion to the stand. I mean, man, if women haven't hit an all-time low, brother, there's more to come. So stay tuned. There's more to come for these women's downfall. Just stay tuned because you know our Torah advises us that soon it will be 7 women to 1 man. So it's like, how do they get to a position like that unless they just and they have to go through something in order to go through that. They really have to be humble because right now our women aren't playing the role of the role that the Most High gave them, which is the daughters of Zion. They're not playing that role, and which is so ridiculous, as if one couldn't see that they're specifically targeting a certain kind of people. And it happens to be these very people who don't have a landmass, and the names they go by now don't lead them to a flag. So at the end of the day, they're specifically attacking us as a people. But until we sit up here and come back to our organic standings and titles that the Most High gave us, brothers, avoid that woman that they describe in Proverbs chapter 7, verse 7, because that seems to be the mindset of a lot of women today here in America. They're loudmouth, busybodies, and their feet don't reside in their own home. And shame to brothers who sit up here and who embrace that type of action from that woman. Don't placate it. Don't play up to it. I mean, it's a lot of things that can be taken care of if a brother would just know his worth. Know your worth, brother. Don't settle for less. You are the head of the household, like it or not. But with that being said, I digress. It's such a pleasure to be here, brothers. Shalom, shalom.
The man's major mistake is that he concentrates on getting the woman he wants instead of chasing his purpose for why the Most High created him and living that purpose out. Even some men that may be on their purpose, when they get with certain women, if the woman is very attractive and she's good and bad in bed, she turns him to a little bitch, and he changes. He stops affiliating with his brothers because the brothers, they help keep men focused. Other strong men. When a woman wants to run a trick on a man, she'll isolate him. Now she's taking counsel in the background from her girlfriends. They meet in their little circles and they talk over the phone. And she's taking pointers from these other women. And so the guy think he's seeing the real of her, but she shows him what she wants him to see. That's something in the nature of Eve, huh? And you got to always look out for that. And so the man's primary focus become her. And when she realizes that, she start losing respect for him.
Right.
See, if a woman is screwing up and she's acting like a bitch, you got to call her and let her know that, huh?
Come on.
See, no, I'm being serious, huh? You got to let her know, listen, you acting like a bitch right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because they call each other that.
Yep.
But if you call him that, if she's acting like it, now you just committed a heinous crime by telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? And so, and the problem is, men don't speak their minds because they're concerned about her reaction. I don't give a damn how she might act. Because, I mean,
exactly.
As long as you stay focused out, there's always going to be someone there willing to do what she won't. That's a fact.
Say it.
You can't say the same thing in advance. Because every time a woman leaves a man, her value decreases.
There you go.
Every time a man has been with another woman, his value increases.
Bring it out.
The way that the woman sees a man, the more attractive women he can attract, that's intriguing to her. Of course, some of them will come on here and lie about it and said it's not true. But it is. It makes no wonder, like, damn, what's so intriguing about this guy? What is it? Because other women always want something that someone else wants, right? They don't want something that they don't want someone else don't want. This is why it's always easier for a man to go into a relationship if he's already in one. Because the woman's more attracted to that. Yeah, that's her nature right there. Huh? She, well, to the contrary, a man will be turned off by a woman that's dealing with more than one man at a time. And so women that get caught up into their masculinity and ignoramus, right? Well, if he could
Con.
do it, I could do it. You're simple as hell. You're simple as hell. No real man is going to allow that. So we talk about natures in which people were created.
Mm-hmm.
And so no matter how much they complain or whatever, and she knows she's not designed for that. I mean, you got different DNAs, and you wonder why you smell like this, and you try and take, a douche and all of this to get that smell. Is because a mixture of those two different seeds up in you. You understand what I'm saying?
Con.
And it causes this foul odor. Then on top of that, you passing them in the grocery store. Like I saw today, a woman had this big ass crate of lobsters. And I said, oh hell no. I just looked at her. Imagine how she must smell.
Yeah, you know.
Because you are what you eat, and so your body smells like that inside. That's not a cap. It's really like that. So when men become defocused and stop working on their focus, then they lose it. And then
Right.
Eve's gonna treat you like they treat my good brother that just came on the call, JD. He's gonna be crying the blues. Hey, bring my daughter back. But that's what it is, man. You got to stay on your focus. You have to always love in a way that you're willing to let go. So I'm not saying don't love them.
Con.
Loving lobster's forbidden by the scriptures, JD. That goes against the Levitical diet. You got to love in a way that the other person feels free. And that means you got to really mean that. As a man, you have to be able to walk away from any relationship. If you can't do that, you're not a man. If you get so attached that you feel like you're inseparable to that person, you can't fulfill the Most High's purpose.
Facts.
You can't fulfill the Most High's purpose, man. That's just the bottom line.
Con.
Facts.
Oh, shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Shalom, up.
Shalom up. I see you.
Shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom. Eve. No one thing. It'll never work out. You got to run in your household. Yeah, I never seen that work out.
Going against the laws of nature in that manner. Well, so I sent you here to lead, but you want to fall behind her or get comfortable with her leading. And it's crazy how America pushes that scenario, though.
Yep.
You know, if they're not making the man some kind of less of a man in the movies, they're doing it in reality. Or you see him being dogged out in public by some kind of woman. It's just really gotten crazy. I mean, gentlemen, brothers, we should all be so very blessed that the Most High sent us down here as men, because there's a lot of women who would love to be men. If it's not in their so-called attitudes, it's in their voice tones. If it's not in their voice tones, brother, it's in their dress codes, man. Woman around here wearing goddamn basketball shorts like I'm wearing basketball shorts. Starting to wear the same kind of briefs I'm wearing, same kind of briefs. I yell, she want to yell just as much as me. I'll drop that voice. Now, she can't do that now. I've tried it. You know, it's a damn shame the way she wants to sit up here and become a man so much and enjoy the
I
role
hate
that
that
you have.
spirit too. I hate that spirit.
Oh, King, I can't stand it. I can't stand it, brother.
But when it comes to sports or when it comes to war, they don't want to go up against the men. I think it was just recently in this Olympics. I haven't been following it, but I think there was a
transformer.
Yep, a transformer going up against a Eve in boxing, and she got her ass knocked out. I think something like that.
Yeah,
No.
They're still complaining.
Yeah,
but hold on, you want to be a man? We'll treat you like one.
It's
Like
crazy.
Hunter the Duck's been saying, I'll pay him for pound. You match There's no way you're gonna beat Jake. Oh,
at
No
all.
way. Not even close. Not even close.
But the thing
But the
is, it's
system,
the
the
same
TV
one.
tells them. Oh, Salaki.
Come on, Eve is the same one that promotes that lifestyle.
True.
Eve is
but
True.
the
then
one that be having them type of friends around and
Facts.
all type of stuff like that. But then they turn
This
around and allow stuff like that, and then
I mean,
cry.
but that that's besides the point. She was competing in the Olympics, right? She
Yeah.
fought the
Gone.
fight. She lost, right? So then when she lost, she put a double cross. She crossed her arms, exhibiting an X for the female chromosome, right? And then
Wow.
she crossed out, the XY chromosome, and just do an X. Then she crossed her two fingers. You know what I mean? Basically symbolizing, feminism. You know what I mean? That damn
Wow.
transformer shut her ass down, huh? Then she
this
want to complain about it was a transformer. You ain't say anything before the joint because you
Mm-hmm.
thought you were gonna have a chance until that damn transformer got like Optimus Prime on her ass. You know what I'm
Nah, for real though. This, this is how you
That's
know.
wild.
This is how you. This is how you know Eve lacked discernment, because the own system that she's trying to promote is mocking her.
Yep.
This is a system that you wanted, Eve, right? You wanted, to embrace inclusivity or whatever, or liberation and whatever. Now you're going up against a man, and now you're complaining. But this is what you allowed and enabled, so it makes no sense. And you can't, even-
Con,
you can't even discern the fact that it's your fault that you going up against a man.
Yep.
con. Yep. And that now that you bring out that fact, because I didn't even know about that. I thought it was just kind of like, about Transformers trying to compete and stuff. But now that you bring that out, that pretty much just shows that she wanted to push that agenda as well. Like she wanted to push that equality
Yep.
agenda. If she would
Hmm.
have won, she would have been, oh, it's okay, it's the same thing. But if I were to ever see a woman, like if I were her coach on the women's side, I would have been like, no, why are you gonna fight that person? What is the point? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even tell any woman to fight, somebody like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
She at the two punches, she left the fight.
con,
I wonder why.
She felt that. She
She
felt
felt
that.
that transformer's power up.
She thought she was in the ring with Tyson.
Okay.
46 seconds.
That's it.
Less than a minute. Less than a minute.
That's
God.
that's pathetic in any fight.
Yeah, if she wanted to make a stand, she should have made a stand by not fighting. She goes in the
On.
ring and she hears that, yeah, that transformer, the zoop, zoop, zoop. Oh,
If she dropped her head, the transformer raised its arm.
On.
It's
You see what I'm saying? Right there. See what I'm
Look
saying?
at that.
Right there. Look at
Look
it.
at that.
Look at
Damn.
it. That's her with her head drop up. I mean, he went
Wow.
he went up in her grill up. Right there.
That is
Bam!
he's
Look at that right
huge.
there. Bam!
Okay.
Wow.
It's her. He
Mm-hmm.
is huge compared to her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she wanted to.
Yep.
Are they
I mean,
even in the same weight
It was the
class?
same weight class.
Mm.
It's just the power difference. She said her head has been. She seemed a little shorter. The
Mm-hmm.
transformer was a much
Oh,
shorter.
okay. Okay. Yeah, that thing was set in place by the Mosai. Too many Y
Uh,
chromosomes for her own girl.
mhm.
Too many. Too...
Abandoned fight after two punches.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Huh? Complain.
Anything you hit that hard, huh?
And that's how you know she don't even know how to play the sport right. Because I don't know any male boxer that would have turned, gave up after two punches, regardless if he knew the dude was strong, man.
Mm-hmm. But what's so sad is that this is a fight that's being publicized, but this is something that most men have through
Breaking up, huh?
Yeah, he broke up. But you get, man, I hope everybody is like really seeing the magnitude of this, because you talking about an Olympian level female
Yeah.
quit after 2 hits.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how
There's no question. No question. Better cut it out.
how long they've been training for this? And you give up after 2 fights? I would have been tight as a trainer. As her trainer, man, I would have been highly upset. You know how much time they invest in them?
Not enough.
To go up against a man, yeah.
Not enough.
They gotta wait till next year.
There's no time bobbing and weaving.
The system they built up is backfiring.
Con.
Yeah.
That's what I was just sitting here thinking. Even Jake in his form of abomination actions, where the Most High don't even want to deal with you, still can't beat him, Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That transformer was banned from fighting before. As soon as they let it in there, it won.
That's crazy.
It.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Kahan Tazadak.
It only took that transformer 46 seconds to win.
Yep.
2 punches. Wow.
Yep. 46 seconds, huh?
So that's why you see it. That's the biggest trigger word nowadays is equality, equality, equality. That's why they're pushing even pushing mixed events in the Olympics now. I started to notice that they're trying to make this fictitious level playing field where men and women are both equal parts, and we know that not to be true. Spiritually, physically, mentally, men have higher bone density. That's what that transformer was hitting her with. Lady said she'd never been punched that hard. Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah.
Literally a difference.
Because he punching from the shoulders. You know we got stronger shoulders, man. Just that alone.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is they asked for it. You see what I'm saying? They asked for it. They're all for it, like Benai was saying, and like Kahan Tazadak says, until it's inconvenient for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they'll never come to the fact that it's them that enabled this. They're never gonna turn back on it.
They're never gonna take that accountability out.
Nope.
No, that's something Eve struggled with since day one.
Never. Just gonna destroy themselves.
It's the bed they made. They got to lay in it. They wanted it so bad.
I mean, when you're looking at some of them, you can't discern who's who. You know what I mean? When they're out there running and all that, some of them so-called Eves, you don't know who in the hell's who.
Yeah, that's a scary part.
Facts.
That's why, yeah, I wouldn't even want to be in the dating scene right now. You don't know what's
observant.
You don't know what's what.
Take your time and be observant.
Of course, but I'm talking about for a Jake that don't have discernment. I would hate to be him, man. Because this happened to a lot of dudes, and to be honest, I'd kill if I'd be in that situation, man.
In my opinion, you got to be thinking with the little head, man.
Yeah, which most
There's
dudes
no way
do.
To get tricked like that. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Most dudes do, man. I've seen a lot of dudes get tripped up.
After they transform and beat him, they accuse him of being a man. You see what I'm saying? See how they work?
Mhm.
He qualified to fight and get in the ring, though.
It's laughable, man.
God,
It's a joke.
it was all good a week ago.
Calm.
Anybody see Brittany Griner at the pool with her shirt off, shooting basketball in the pool?
No,
Anybody see that recently?
no.
That's the
Like
one that was in jail in Russia, right?
Khan. She looked like a young boy.
It's tragic. Traded Russian John Wick for the Dyke and WNBA player. That was the trade.
So basically, they're saying that's really not a transformer. Huh? They're saying the transformer didn't have enough testosterone. They tested to make sure it wasn't a man.
Huh?
Yeah. So I don't even think that was a transformer, according to this video I'm watching now. You know, so the woman is basically complaining, saying that they fought a man, but according to what I'm seeing, it's not even a transformer. Look at this.
Sports thrust back into the spotlight after a boxing controversy at the Paris Olympics. Italian boxer Angela Carini withdrew from her match against Algerian Amin Khalif after just 46 seconds, saying she'd never been punched that hard before. Khalif, who was deemed eligible to compete in the Olympics only this week, has been in the international spotlight since last year. She was disqualified from the World Championships for failing a, quote, gender eligibility test that found elevated levels of testosterone. The story igniting a firestorm on social media, with celebrities criticizing the IOC for allowing the fight. Both the Algerian Olympic Committee and the IOC expressing disgust with the rumors.
They are women. They competed in Tokyo. I think we all have a responsibility, by the way, to try to dial down this and not turn it into some kind of witch hunt. These are regular athletes who've competed for many years in boxing.
See what I'm saying? He said it's not a transformer. He said it's a woman.
They're entirely eligible on their passports. That testosterone is not a perfect test. Many women can have testosterone, which is in what would be called male levels, and still be women and still compete as women.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Joining me live now is Carrie Williams, former Olympic level USA boxing coach and founder of Tussle Fight Gear. Carrie, good morning to you. What do you think about this news? Where do you stand? Should she be able to compete?
No, I don't believe that any individual that has been tested for gender that failed to prove that they're a woman should not be able to compete against women. So this athlete, the other athlete in question, they did a gender test. It doesn't mean just testosterone. It also means chromosome. They're showing XY chromosomes. Now, it can be an intersex issue. We don't know. The IBA is the entity that did the testing, but there were also 2 independent tests done in the past, and they failed these tests to prove that they were women.
But this controversy right now is talking about the high levels of testosterone. The IOC there even, again, expressing disgust, saying that there are other, issues that women can have or conditions that would have them showing higher levels of testosterone. So why is this coming up now? Why not go to those other potential medical conditions instead of immediately assuming that this woman is transgender?
I'm not sure why they're doing this. I don't know if there's an agenda, but the IBA is the entity that is supposed to be governing this right now, but they removed them. The IOC removed them. The World Boxing was supposed to be the entity that is basically saying, if they're women, they're not women. Now, what happened was their guidelines for World Boxing says if you're born as a man, then you are a man. That's just what it says. It doesn't matter what the passport says. Anybody can put whatever they want on their passport. You don't have to have a medical approval saying you're a man or a woman. So I don't know why they are allowing these individuals to compete right now, especially it's such a last minute issue. It's very dangerous. As you mentioned, one of the opponents from yesterday said she had never been hit so hard. And, you know, basically these women are going into the ring and fearing for their life.
Khalif has a record
what they
of
wanted. They
42
signed up
wins,
for it.
9 losses over an 8-year career. This is not even her first time competing in the Olympics. She was knocked out in the quarterfinals in the 2020 games. She didn't even get a medal. She's been beaten by biological females on multiple occasions. So why do you think we're seeing this scrutiny now?
You know, going to the past, this individual only started boxing in 2018. When you put that into perspective, when you have that person competing against women who have been boxing since they were 5, that makes a big difference. Now this individual is getting older now. So a lot of males going through puberty, they go through it up until their mid-20s. So a lot of physical changes are happening, which makes that individual stronger, bone density, all of these issues. So you're going to see that individual coming up in skill set, and also, you know, their bodies are much stronger.
Okay,
That's right.
We should once again mention Khalif, this boxer. Her passport says she's female. The IOC expressing disgust with the rumors now, you know, igniting a firestorm on social media. Carrie Williams, former Olympic level USA boxing coach, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television.
Yeah, he better recognize, fool. You better recognize.
Notice how they call all the biological stages that a man goes through from 15 to basically 23. They're issues. Issues for the women that think they want to become and compete with a man.
I mean, she was alluding to that being a transformer low key, because she was saying this person.
Yeah. The man was saying, you know what I mean?
Right.
The man's basically saying, listen, man, they are what they say. See, you see, but my point is how double-standard they are, right? Because if the Transformers say that, you know, she's a female, and then you come and say, no, you're not, I'm not going to acknowledge you at that, they trying to say that's a hate crime. But now the boxing league will come right back and say, listen, man, if you was born a man, you're a man. You understand what I'm saying? It's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy.
And that's real fishy. She said something too, that this person started boxing 2018 and made it all the way to the Olympics in 6 years.
You
so that definitely sounds like that was a man that, you know, placating the
planet.
Of course, it's a I mean, of course it is. But you know,
cut that down.
They want to say that they're Fifi, then they're Fifi.
Turn the volume down.
According to this system, if they want to say they're Fifi, they're Fifi.
You going up against women that have been doing this for years, and you already in the Olympics? I don't even make no sense for real.
Hey, look, I kind of missed it. What were they trying to say that wasn't a man?
Yeah, I mean that the dude was trying to say that, but you know how they talk in semantics. He's basically saying it says Fifi on the passport. She been living as a female her entire life, so she's a female. You dig?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Right. But they was like, yo, she got the X and the Y in her, man. Whoa, hold on. You know what I mean?
Both of the chromosomes, huh?
When that chick lost, I'm telling you, she threw up the double X. She threw up the DMX sign, right? For the X, then she crossed both of her fingers. You know what I mean? For XX. You see what I'm saying? Saying I'm a female. So she was basically saying, yo, that's a dude right there. You understand?
Oh.
Yeah.
They putting that out there trying to distract it and take it back, like to make people like think that it's not unfair or something. That's some propaganda the way I look at it. Cause we know them people pushing that agenda. They want everything to be all right, but that would have threw a real cross. I mean, it's still gonna throw a real cross in it, but they trying to cover up for it.
It's kind of good though, because it works Eve up, huh? I mean, it wakes her up, because a lot of these Eves think that they could beat. Man, you had what was that stupid chick, man, Ronda Rousey that wanted to fight Mayweather. Mayweather would have destroyed her ass.
Oh, come on.
She got humbled by another woman. You see what I'm saying?
That would have
But I'm saying they get so delusional, man.
That would have been a one-punch knockout. Easy, man. One punch.
They get so delusional, man. That's why Optimus Prime had to come in at the Olympics this year, man.
That's what I'm saying. I love the fact that happened, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So
he transformed like Optimus Prime with Bernard. Tell me that's weird. No, it's not. That's Optimus Prime, man. That's what they do. They transform. It's like only 4 years and they in the Olympics. Boy, she done transformed like Optimus Prime. Where's all this power come from?
Yeah, what's the bad Transformers, the Decepticons?
Decept.
But you can look at it and tell that's a man though.
Yeah.
From that picture.
I mean, on the real though, there's a lot of European Eves that had that masculine look.
The Russians.
That's one thing that I noticed. A lot of them European Eves, some of them look masculine.
Like,
I mean,
they
got
the jawline and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the masculine chins and all of that.
They be looking straight like they fathers.
It be them Russians, man.
Yeah, looking like Gargamel, man. You know what I mean? From the Smurfs. Looking like Gargamel. You know what I mean?
Those Eastern European women be having them.
Yeah, that is wild, man. Yo.
It's true, though.
Looking just like their fathers.
So now I got a question to propose to y'all, because we spoke about, having an Eve earn more than a man and how that can have, some complications within the relationship. So now what about when it comes down to fitness, when you have those gym heads, for an Eve, I've seen a lot of them get real masculine and get their hands put on. But the man often isn't as fit as the woman. So what do you think about in those instances?
Or even the instance where the girl's bigger than the guy.
Well, usually, that's different. But usually a woman that works out, she usually is attracted to a man that works out. In most cases. She's usually attracted to a big, brolic, muscular dude. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've seen the opposite a lot.
I never really saw that up.
Yeah, I've seen that.
If that's the case, if you've seen that, you could best believe
she getting her cheek smacked somewhere.
She's strapping up and bending him over.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That's what's going on. She's strapping up and bending him over.
I didn't see that one coming.
Go and put a hidden camera in the bedroom, huh?
I'm good. I'm good off that.
Oh man.
Appreciate the suggestion, but I'm good off that.
But I ain't even attracted to no muscular. I don't want no damn woman sporty body and all that. I like mine soft.
Doing chin ups with one hand and one baby in the other hand, I'm good.
I need something soft. I got feel
man.
Yeah, it looks weird when women do a lot of like that chest workout, and then their chest turns into a guy-looking chest.
Yeah,
shoulders and strong legs and all that. No, man, I'm good at that, man.
Yeah, because women already naturally have stronger legs, for childbearing purposes.
Nay.
You said nay?
Nay, thank you. Stronger legs?
Yeah.
I can't go for that one now.
Well, at least wider legs, right? So it already naturally looks bigger. Now when they tone it up, when they work it out, it just looks excessive.
They're usually heavier, like as in like more fat, and they're probably more wider, but maybe not stronger. Maybe not even by legs either.
Hey, look, I got a funny one for the Ockham. Y'all ever seen two Van Dykes or whatnot, and the what you call it, the stud fatter than the than the other one. Like the stud, she supposed to be the stud, but she sitting up there fatter than the When I say fat, y'all know what I mean. Like that thing fat.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, so I done seen that several times. I'm like, oh man, that's hilarious. Like, you supposed to be the thug. I mean the stud, but you fatter than your you know, the regular one or what? You know the name of the regular one. It's the what you call it?
The film.
Feminine one. Yeah, the feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got 2 pair of sweatpants on.
Exactly. Them joints be hilarious right there.
Trying to cover it up.
Got the nerve.
I've seen that. 2 sweatpants.
I've seen it all.
Yeah, now I thought you were talking about Jadir, kind of like, I don't know if y'all seen that video where that guy was singing that love song and his baby mama was in the back, but she was probably like maybe like 200 pounds. And she slapped him in the back of the head while he was on live singing. But
No,
like,
I didn't see that.
but he was a skinny dude. He was some skinny dude, and she just smacked him in the back of the head like 2-3 times, and he was like crying. He was like, because I think she cheated on him, something like that. But I mean, there's a lot of situations like that where women are like, you know, big size, and then guys are more so on the skinny side.
Yeah, I used to be that dude, man. A couple years ago, I had a bit thicker bone chick. I mean, she was shorter though, so I whatever. But you know, she she was the first one to pull a knife on me. Actually, she was aggressive. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know, man. But yeah, though, I evade those chicks at all costs now. I just assume they all.
Was she Puerto Rican now?
Nah. She was
Dominican?
So-called black.
She was Guyanese.
Yeah.
What you saying? She was she was like big as a house, or she was? What you mean?
Nah, she was thick bone. She was thick, you know.
Okay.
Like wide shoulders, wide hips.
Okay. Yeah, all them hormones that she eating. She pulled that knife out on you. She's crazy.
You already know,
I
man.
bet you look at her dad. She ain't eating nothing nice.
So that was the first time actually I called the cops on somebody, man, and thankfully they ain't take me in, because the neighbors heard everything. So thankfully I had a witness, man. I had to pin her ass down and call the cops. It was crazy.
I think too though, like when dealing with Eve, when Eve be trying to get all aggressive and all that, that's something she been working on for the longest. She been testing you, man, testing you and trying you, seeing how far she can get with you.
Yeah. I ain't know
If
any
you
better
nip
back
that
then.
in the bud in the beginning, that shouldn't be a problem. Cause I ain't never really ran into a chick that think that she can just act crazy and tear up my stuff or try to hurt me or nothing like that. Cause I just don't play them type of games.
Yeah, I ain't know any better. I was
Hey,
17.
I thought I was like that too. Like I truly don't. I swear I don't. But you got some that's just cold psychopaths. Like this one, she tried to stab me. Then she came back to the building and tried to set my door on fire. Luckily, my cousin stayed right across the hall, and I had a good neighbor. They came out and they treated her like a man. Like I couldn't eat. Like they damn near stole her. Like and got her about it. Then the broad, she ain't stop at that. So you know they got her about the building because you know if she set my unit on fire, she set the whole building on fire. So make a long story short, so the broad wind up burning my car. She wind up setting the car on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, so this was pretty old thing, pretty light skin old thing. Cold psychopath. Cold psychopath, straight up.
It's always the small ones, huh? It's always the small ones.
She's probably about 5'1".
She do any time behind that, huh?
What'd you say?
She do any time behind that?
I you know, I'm living that life like I ain't go like that. But she you know, she got away clean with it.
She wouldn't with it. If that was me, she wouldn't went and lay down, huh? She wouldn't went and lay down, huh? You know what I mean?
I couldn't feel it in my heart to do it like that, but I should have, but I stopped my little youngest from throwing the from doing the other thing to her spot because she had 2 kids. You know what I mean? Because some of my little youngest was trying. They post up right outside of her building,
How long ago was that?
She burned his whip up.
NPM. How long ago was that?
The only thing when you let it fly like that gives them energy to come back and try to do something
Do
else.
it again. Yep.
Because you didn't set no boundaries.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, only reason I ain't do it, like I said, I couldn't find. Like my little folks was trying to, they was about to, like I say, cocktail the joint, but
yeah, I wouldn't have done it that way. Because I mean, that would have, you would have been a primary suspect. You know what I mean?
would have been a primary. Yeah, but it wound up working out for me because she burnt, because my whip was crashed up. Anyway, somebody had pause. Somebody had hit me from the back. Pause. No, you know what I mean, no diddy. But somebody had ran into the back of my Chrysler 300. Yeah, somebody had hit the back of my Chrysler 300 at the time, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a 2012 Chrysler 300. So she burned the joint or whatnot.
That's
and
crazy,
set the joint on fire. The ambulance came and wrote a report for me, and they asked me what happened. I was like, man, the joint, it had a I got into an accident a week prior, and they was like, yeah, well, these things with the radios in the back, these things tend to do that. Like they had a whole story for me, so I'm like, I ran with. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, there you go. That's what happened then. So yeah, they wound up writing me a nice check, and I went and got the big body caddy, XTS joint, looking sweet. You know what I mean? And the broad, I blocked her and everything, and she just kept emailing me, kept calling me, kept emailing me. Some of the emails, like what you call it, like the subject in the emails that just say DICK. Like she was a psychopath.
Yeah.
She
She
kept calling me,
she
kept
would have
trying
went
to
and
get us
laid
back.
down for a couple years out. You know what I mean? She would have went and laid down for a couple years out.
Yeah, Julio, how long ago was that, man?
I said it was beginning of 19.
Oh yeah.
The beginning of 2019. But I left Shawty alone though for certain. She kept saying it was good that I did that. It helped out your image. You got a better car. It helped out your image.
You see that?
Sick up.
Psychopath.
You see that?
Sick.
Yo, Eve always want to take credit for everything good in a man's life, man.
It's a fact.
Notice that.
It's a fact.
They think
I ain't even look at it like that, but you absolutely right, because he surely tried to a degree.
Yep. They always think everything good that's going on in your life is because of them. Nah, Shorty, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
She's trying to get in that whip too when she out.
Yep.
Man, she was trying to get in that joint. I stood on business, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be all the way real with the Arkham. It is what it is. I stayed away from that for a whole solid year. And she wound up catching me slipping. I wound up hitting it like a year later.
Yep.
This was I'm in the world. I'm in the world to the audience. So don't think of me as the wrong way. And then when I hit her, it won't sound disrespectful, but I'm in the world at the time. She was man. Y'all want me to say it is what it is. I was in the world at the time. She was pregnant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like I'm proud of it or nothing. It ain't nothing like that. It's just, I'm just telling the story. So that definitely happened.
True story,
Yeah.
He invited her right back, man. That's
a year later.
Problems right back.
Yeah, I stayed solid for a year later. I stayed solid, but I folded after a while.
Nah, that's real.
The distance has a way of doing that up.
Yep.
Like you see things forcefully, man.
Calm.
Same thing with me.
Then when you get back with it, you remember all BS they did. Come back in seconds. And then when I left alone.
All it takes is one or two disagreements, man. It's right back where you left.
Yep, that's a fact.
Calm.
Same thing with
the PNC. That's all it takes.
Same thing with this chick that put a knife on me. I got back with her a year later. Stupid, man. 5 years later, she still hitting my line. Apologizing for that time.
Yeah. Like I say, I ain't get back with her, but I hit her. You know what I mean? Straight up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's all it takes. Well,
that it. Yep. That's a problem, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, just hit a friend or something. You better off that way.
Nah, you absolutely right. I should have did it like that, but her friend was her main friend that rocked with her was a man daggone looked like the Beast from X-Men. Nah, for real.
That's the worst, man. When you got ugly friends, man, that's always a red flag to me.
King Kango. It's Nefertali's people, man. I haven't seen him in a minute, man. When you get out.
Must be coming to the seminar. Huh?
Think this him up. Unless he's still inside up.
That's the brother that came with Nefertali that time?
Nah, I think this is someone else up. But I remember that screen name right there. Been a couple years since I seen that screen name up.
You think he could be on YouTube in the locked up?
They got phones in there. Huh?
Yeah, they got tablets and all of that. Huh?
All that.
Oh, so you in Florida? You in Florida with it or North Carolina with it?
I'm going to Florida now. Huh?
I thought it was North Carolina. Would you switch it?
Yeah, I switched that. I couldn't get a good venue. It was taking too long.
Okay.
So I switched it. So that was a bad sign for me. You know what I mean?
Calm. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta hit it up. I'm about to book my stuff.
Yeah. It's like it shouldn't take this long to get a venue. Then when I just looked in Jacksonville, it took me all about 5 minutes. I had a venue. Bam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. I like Jacksonville a lot.
Yeah, that was on point. Especially that venue.
Yeah,
that was on point.
Oh, like you said, that was a sign that if it happened just that swift like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have to be a move, man.
Yeah, that venue is only like 5 to 7 minutes from the beach.
Yeah, I remember. Pretty good spot, man.
Yeah, was that was that we went into Sprouts or Whole Foods right there in the same plaza?
Well, Sprouts, yeah.
They had a smoothie joint on the corner. Of course, Jason Wesley found that, man. This man out here eating pizza on the High Holy Day, desecrating the High Holy Day.
Oh man,
yo, man, these guys out in the parking lot eating pizza.
Oh man,
Feast of unleavened bread. That's what it was. On the Passover, Feast of unleavened bread. This man out there eating pizza.
Oh man, cutting up.
He should have known the Kahan was gonna call him out once he found out. I aired his ass out as soon as we get back on the call, man. Like the Bean told me, man, he out there eating pizza in the parking lot.
And he called himself like, was he?
He was supposed to be keeping a holy day,
like an Israelite, like or what?
Yeah, he was supposed to be keeping a holy day.
Oh yeah,
he was at the Passover with us.
Yeah.
You know, blew everything.
His whole family.
Probably pepperoni at that too, huh?
Nah.
Probably out. As far as I know, he's still swan.
I pray not. I pray not.
Oh
man, he's still swan.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Hell of a world.
Minister society, man.
Yo, I've been reading up on J.A. Rogers' books. It's really good, man.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Volume 1 is the best one, man. Sex and Race.
Yeah, I got all 3 because I want to be thorough. But why you say Volume 1 is the best?
Because I mean that one goes more into the history of
from the beginning. Yeah,
the other ones are okay, but yeah.
What he pretty much breaking down,
Like how everybody, nationalities and so on and so forth, interracial mixing and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, what I like is that he cites his sources.
Mm-hmm. You know what's crazy, I done some research on him, and he was married to an Edomite.
Yeah? Oh man,
That
now it
should
all
be
makes
crazy,
sense.
huh?
Right,
Go back,
right.
black cats be married to Esau, man.
It all
That's
makes
crazy.
sense now.
That's crazy.
Well, be wanting that vanilla,
Damn. I'm gonna read this totally differently. Totally different.
You got
huh?
another one to read. It's called The Black Superman or something like that.
Yeah. That's the only one I didn't get.
From Superman to Man, J.A. Rogers.
Yep. I got this little book of 100 amazing facts about the Negroes that he wrote.
I got that one too, huh?
Yeah.
Got that one also.
A little facts here.
Telling you all the a lot of inventions, huh?
Yeah. Yep. It talks about the Jews and Ethiopians too.
Tells you how the KKK stole those cone hats from a black fraternal organization in Europe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy too. Ever since you've been putting out them videos about your code, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on that. Just on the internet, on IG, people talking about your code and everything like that.
Yeah.
Talking about what?
For years, though.
I didn't really follow what you said. You said talking about what?
Yakub.
Oh.
Hey, they ain't been. Hey, you been taking it to another level. Huh? Like you been dropping that esoteric knowledge. They ain't been ready for that. Like they like, hold on, I'm tripping probably. Like, hold on, he talking about planting the bitter and all that. Like, yeah, they don't know about all that. Planet X and all that. But then you be showing where they be where it be like in the scriptures and everything. You know what I mean? People just don't be knowing what they looking at.
Yep. The authorized rap.
Shalom, Mark.
And it's 11 o'clock already, man.
It's time. Yeah,
time to be flying, young blood. That's an old school movie from the 70s, Young Blood.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
It's on Tubi.
Oh, it's on Tubi? I gotta get Tubi, man.
It's free.
I know. I know.
Hey, you know, when you go in there, know what you need to watch? A movie called Simp.
Simp? S-I-N?
No, Simp. S-I-M-P. It's called Simp. The movie, I can't tell you how it goes because I'll ruin it. It has a surprise ending.
You trying to be funny, huh?
No, I'm dead ass. Huh? It's not S-I-M-P. Tubi pull up Simp, man.
You said the joint decent, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's decent, huh? You know how Tubi be having a lot of low budget movies, but some of them have really good plots, huh?
The Simp?
Huh?
It's called The Simp.
Yeah, the Simp. The Simp.
Yeah, you know what's I ran into a brother at the gas station, gave me a call and said, man, check out, I just put 2 movies on Tubi. Check them out. So that's ironic that you mentioned that.
See?
Mm-hmm.
The Simp. Uh-oh.
Some of the production.
We could get a movie on there, huh?
Yeah, easy.
Calm. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, we were supposed to do that, man. What's up?
They're not moving up.
I got my 5 racks. What's up?
I got mine too.
Shit, I'm with that.
You gotta get Willie on the studio. Get on one of the tracks, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, huh?
You be spitting?
Yeah, no question. On my I mean, I ain't promoting on that because I don't really, you know what I mean. But on my Don Julio Monty page, that's where you'll see like all my my old songs and everything. I used to get it in. I just got a check from DistroKid fireman. It was for like not that it's a lot or nothing, but it was for like 1,500. You know what I'm saying? And that was from like only like 6-7 months of build up. It ain't like that's a lot, but they give out pennies on that, like half a penny. So it's like that's a lot. Though. Certain people don't even touch the daggone dollar on there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they be streaming my stuff.
Man? What's going on with P. Diddy? I haven't heard no more from him, man.
Come on, man. He's done, man. He's about to do time.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
Oh no, man. I think P. Diddy's gonna beat the rap, man.
I don't know. I don't think
he got to. His money's too long up.
I don't think he can buy himself out of this one up.
Yeah, he gonna buy himself out. They'll break him, but he gonna buy himself out.
I might gotta go conspiracy.
Watch P. Diddy OJ him. OJ him.
I might gotta go conspiracy style and say that was just like a humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
So he gonna mess around and beat it. You know what I mean?
P. Diddy ain't doing no time up.
Nah, he ain't going to jail. Huh?
Nah, he ain't going to jail. Watch he come back out dancing. P. Diddy gonna come out dancing. Said, take that.
Man.
I'm telling you up.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Woo. They've been trying to get him for years out. They couldn't get him.
Man, if it's the Most High's will, they get him, man.
Bad boy.
How can Satan cast out Satan, man? I mean, they're no better than P. Diddy, huh?
They
just haven't gotten caught.
The only Most High can't bring justice. I
don't know if you could call that justice, huh? The devil is trying to cast out the devil, man. See, the reason they haven't really moved on him, P. Diddy done recorded everyone that stepped foot on his premises, huh? Because he records everything.
Yeah.
You know how many celebrities and athletes done been to his parties and stuff, huh? When they go to them parties, they be giving up their phones.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, non-disclosure joint and all that.
Yep. Smart.
I most definitely think he got some blackmail, like Kahan said. Like he got something on them folks.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx was doing a lot of the recording too for him.
Oh man. And they say him and the dude Ja Rule used to get busy. That's crazy.
You said him and what?
Him and Ja Rule. They say they was getting busy at one point.
Oh man.
Yeah, hotel room style.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He put that dress on playing what was that, Wanda?
Yeah.
There it is.
James Fox, yeah. He been did it.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I bet ain't nobody on this call put no damn dress on.
Hell no.
You feel me?
No.
Never.
Never.
Big love. Diddy's just being tried in the court of public opinion right now. That shit ain't nothing really gonna come of that, I don't think.
Oh man, cause all them people ain't jumping on the bandwagon because he got all them on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So ain't nobody really going in and telling nothing unless it's like somebody he done fired or something like that. Then ain't nobody gonna too much believe. They can shut them down.
They'd probably be better off trying to delete him.
What if they suppose they do it on levels like that? Like, hey, look, man, you put on this dress, man, I give you $1 million to see if you gonna go for that, right? Then
that's what they be doing. That's what they
Then they
do.
like, okay, hey, look, you put on this dress and bend over and let them smack you in the such and such, man. I give you $3 million.
You don't remember what Dave Chappelle said about Blue Street?
Nah, what he
Yeah.
say? What he say?
Yeah.
What he say? But I definitely remember that movie though. That was my joint.
He was saying, remember he was Tully in the movie. He was Martin Lawrence's partner, and he got arrested or whatever. And
I
he
had the Uzi, yeah.
Martin Lawrence supposed to sneak him. They were trying to make him put on a dress so Martin Lawrence could sneak him out of the police station as a prostitute. And he was like, "Nah, man, like I'm more funnier than a dress, man." He said, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be hilarious." Say when he kept batting it down, you know, somehow mysteriously they got another script written already in like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I remember that.
Yeah, he ain't go like that. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my joint. That joint funny though, definitely.
That's why he got out of Hollywood.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I do remember he had like a interview kind of. He ain't really exposed everything, but he kind of like exposed a little stuff back in the day to a degree.
Yeah, him and Cat Williams are pretty much the pioneers of that. You know, walking away from the Hollywood. I used to think I remember thinking Cat Williams was crazy when I was younger. That was when I was a fool.
All still in the same like cult though. They still like all Masons and all that though.
I believe it.
Yeah. Chappelle left, but he came back. He came back and signed what deal with Netflix?
Yeah, he signed a deal with Netflix.
So I don't know.
Chappelle Show.
Show was funny as hell. That show was better than his stand-ups now, I think.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that creative freedom.
Yep.
Creative control.
That show was unhinged. That shit would be controversial right now. All the shit he would be saying.
What?
Man, he had so many funny joints back in the day. Remember the when he was like the racist dude in the town and he was blind. He was black, but he was blind. So
Oh
you know.
Yeah. Oh man.
What was them what was the melanated brothers out Europe? What was they trying to emulate? With the cone you know, like the first ones that had like the KKK suits, you know, the actual melanated brothers that they
Society. Is it the secret society like Masonry?
Okay.
Jadir got that book right there that he had.
Right. Would you say some truth about would you say the truth about Negroes or something?
No, 100 amazing facts about the Negro.
Okay, yeah.
J.A. Rogers. It doesn't even cost that much. It's not really a book. It's more of like a little small pamphlet. Yeah, it's small. It's like 80 pages.
Okay.
It was like $9, $10.
Cheap book.
60 pages.
How to sell to a Negro. It's like him. It's like they talking about. Yeah, we don't care nothing about if you tell us something too high, we get offended, and we go strictly off a brand and this and that. It's like, you know, y'all seen that episode before?
Yeah.
That stuff crazy.
Sold on quality.
Uh-huh.
Didn't care how much it cost.
Uh-huh.
Go back and show it off to the folks.
Come.
I'm about to shut this down, man. Say shalom, man.
Come on. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
Mark.
Shalom.